Welcome back to Dang Plays Sonic Heroes. Hopefully this is the last episode.
Welcome back to Halo Reach sucked.
Oh yeah, you were going on about something, right?
Just like I promised. Here's the rest of the story of why Halo Reach sucked. And now you're all thinking, wow, David, you're so topical. You're gonna shit on a game that came out 5 years ago? Wow, you feel like a big man? Wow, you feel like you're justifying yourself here? And to answer that question, yeah, why don't you go and fuck off, you Halo Reach loving assholes. Oh, whoops. That laser was invisible.
Yeah, I did notice at the last minute.
Yeah. Anyway, here's my master's thesis on why Halo Reach sucked. And what I'm about to say has been said like a million times before. But let me get this out of the way. There are elements of Halo Reach that I actually really liked. I mean, I think it's, I don't know if it's cliche, but it's a little obvious to say that the graphics in Halo Reach are good. Because of course they are. It's just a logical continuation from Halo 3's graphic engine.
Right.
It's a matter of like just being objective. It looks good for a game that came out in 2012. And also I really, to a point, I really enjoyed the multiplayer in Halo Reach. If there was one thing I didn't like, is that, well, what made Halo 3 and Halo 2's multiplayer good in my mind is that it was not revolutionary, but it was innovative in its own right. It was like a logical continuation of first-person shooter PvP games that came before it. And that it had relatively, well, the maps in Halo 3 were big. I know I'm simplifying a little here. But, wait, do we just...
We can do two-player battle.
Oh, shit, dude. We battle?
Sonic Heroes and battle.
Why would we do that? We have... Which I didn't bring.
Oh,
But that'll be for next time. A little foreshadowing there.
okay.
Hold on.
Alright.
Oh boy, it's just a bigger version of the robots with the Spartan helmets.
Yeah. So, what else are we going to talk about as far as that one? It's Halo Reach.
Sorry, Eggman, this boss battle is just way too impressive for me. But with Halo Reach, I feel like that's kind of where they wanted to...
Okay.
This is not a good start. But they kind of adopted elements from the way Call of Duty 4 innovated its own multiplayer. Which, yeah, maybe you want to take successful elements from a successful first-person shooter, but I feel like Halo Reach kind of lost, or Halo kind of lost its identity in that respect. And whereas I kind of thought the overall plots to Halo 1, 2, and 3 were solid. They weren't cliched, they weren't overly simple, they weren't overly complicated. But Halo Reach's story devolved into full-on, like, first-year creative writing students couldn't make something this bad. Like, especially with the characterization. Oh, we got a bunch of noble heroes. And we're coming in with the knowledge that Reach was a disaster, if you've played the other 3 Halo games.
Right, so you already know the downfall.
Yeah, and they all die in the most, like, saccharine, like, just cheesy, cliched, like, ways. I'm gonna go and sacrifice myself for the greater good. And then we're supposed to feel sad, but we don't, because we already know that all of these characters were gonna die. And there's that one space battle mission. Fuck the space battle mission in Halo Reach. 'Cause I remember when it was advertised, we were all expecting to have like spaceship battles, and we were all excited because this was still like when we hadn't had a good Star Fox game in a million years, and we wanted spaceship battles. But then the spaceship battles in Halo Reach sucked. Because, I mean, it felt like it was all programmed over the span of like a week. That there was no thought, no heart put into it. Like, they just tried, gameplay-wise, to stick way too many things, like, into a game. And then the one, like, mainstay element of Halo Reach, the whole get through, like, enemies in a hall. And then... well, and then just end up, like, holding out against enemies in a large room. It just felt like, okay, this is the game. We're just kind of going through that, and then this pattern develops where like, it just doesn't feel fun after the first couple levels. Halo Reach does get points, though, for being able to punch an ostrich in level 1.
Oh, cool.
Or a cassowary. I don't know, or whatever. People from Australia probably know better what that bird is than I do.
It's death, that's what I call it. Stay away from that thing.
But anyway, that's why Halo Reach sucks. ODST sucks because Halo isn't a good stealth game. And that's my doctoral thesis on why Halo ODST isn't that good.
Alright.
Also, the overworld in ODST was just annoying to navigate, and it didn't really felt like it expanded the game in any way. It just felt like an annoying part of the game that I had to go through to progress.
Yep.
Fuck ODST.
Well, I did like the idea that ODST would be considered like a harder Halo game simply because of the fact you don't have a regenerating shield.
Yeah.
So, and I also liked the music of the overall there.
Yeah.
That
music.
solitude.
Yeah.
It's hard there.
Yeah. And then Halo Wars? Fuck Halo Wars. I know I'm just going on a tirade, like an anti-Halo tirade here. But I mean, like, if you've played literally any other real-time strategy game, I have no idea how you could justify Halo Wars. I think it was mainly just like all the bugs in Halo. What the fuck, Eggman?
That's what I was trying to avoid.
Fuck was that bullshit?
You can't go too far away from him, otherwise he's gonna just automatically charge at you.
Who are you looking clingy ex-boyfriend?
God
Damn it.
I don't need to play a video game to be reminded of that.
I've had plenty of clingy ex-boyfriends, thank you very much.
Hopefully this will do it.
And then Halo 4 came out. And Halo 4 wasn't that good. Because Halo 3 ended pretty well. It ended on an ambiguous note that left you wondering whether or not Master Chief survived. It's implied that he does survive, and then it goes on adventures, and it leads you up to your imagination to determine what adventures Master Chief goes on next. And it also ended on, despite the fact that it's implied that Master Chief survives, it ends on kind of a solemn note. The war is over. Everything you've sought to achieve in Halo 1, 2, and 3 has been accomplished. It leaves you feeling satisfied, and then Halo 4 comes out, and we're like, what, this shit again? And like the overall tone of Halo 4 is just so monochromatic. It's all dark. And at least in ODST, the soundtrack, like you said, the soundtrack in ODST complemented the overall tone very well. And despite the fact that sometimes ODST felt kind of tedious, I was able to get through it. I wasn't able to get through Halo 4 because I just didn't want to play it after like the first 2 hours of the game.
I will say that the story is I just kind of played through it.
I just could not bring myself to play through it. I'm just like, this doesn't interest me. I don't feel engaged.
I think what really kept me going was just the idea of fighting the Didac at the end. Just like this person who like just grabbed Chief like right then and there and could have just done anything with him. And that's why I was like, okay, this would be a really cool boss fight to see if we can overcome this. But I forget what happened. But it was just pretty much thing over and over again. By the way, we pretty much beat the game now.
Oh yeah. Let's title this episode Sonic Halo, and then Photoshop Master Chief helmet or Spartan helmet on all the characters.
But make sure that all their quills stick out or ears.
But like kind of in the same way that a needler. So replace Sonic's spines with like needler bullets.
I think that's something that's better off made. Just someone drawing that instead of actually trying to do a Photoshop of it.
You know what? Let's just replace the template with Halo 4. Welcome to our Let's Play of Halo 4, Episode 1.
Halo 4 Heroes.
We fooled you. You thought this was Sonic. It was Halo all along. This is the first time I've seen the end credit sequence to Halo 4.
It'll be the only time.
Man, it looks really bad for a game that came out in, what, 2014, 2013?
Like what's up with all these characters?
I don't know. Like,
what do they have to do with the Halo series?
We're just randomly adding characters to the established universe.
This is Noble 7?
Oh, it's Master Chief. And Cortana. And the black guy.
And that guy with nipples on his hands. I don't know what his deal is.
I don't Look, it's
all right.
Arbiter Fleet.
Word so easy. But yeah, just to make a quick my brief thoughts about this game. It's still fun. There's definitely frustrations as comes every 3D Sonic game, as far as complete control over your characters. But overall, for something that doesn't really have much story, it just kind of gives you. It's more of a playground where you just play around it and just kind of think of it as you will. And I do like the whole team mechanic, and something that they're actually going to bring back slightly in Sonic Forces. So I'm wondering how well that's going to be implemented.
Yeah, it was kind of fun to just kind of sit back and watch. It just brought me back to 4th grade, simpler time, where I didn't have to worry about applications, research papers.
Until you talk about it.
My own mortality. And yeah, of course, and then it just went talked over it. And I'm like, well, no, this game does nothing for me now. I now can only associate this game with the harsh realities of adulthood.
Oh, so deep. It's a reflection on taking down the egg fleet.
It's all allegorical for how I feel just trying to graduate. It's like taking on the egg fleet, and now I'm on Final Fortress.
And you realize how bullshit this is, but we might as well keep going because you just started.
Yep. And then I realized that I've been running on 0 lives the whole time, and I'm aware of it, and I'm like, I can't fuck up. But the more it is, I'm gonna fuck up.
Try another story. No.
Fuck you.
And that's Tails' response after we started leaving. Like, okay, bye. Come back again.
We know you're not gonna try another story. Although there is a special end sequence when you beat the game with all the teams, right?
Yeah, and you have to collect all the Chaos Emeralds for each one.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. So yeah, this is pretty much a final boss. Just Sonic.
Yeah, that was.
It was cool, but yeah, Knuckles does take down ships with his bare hands in that one, so that's actually kind of cool. But otherwise, yeah.
But then you would just see Omega taking out ships with his bare hands. Big the goddamn cat taking down ships. I want to see that.
Sorry,
Froggy. Hey, Froggy. Are you on the egg ship, Froggy? But somehow I think you guys don't want to watch us do the exact same levels.
And neither do we.
More times.
Chaos is actually an interesting one, but nah, it's a different mission objective. Same place though.
Pretty much.
So that is gonna be a pretty short gameplays of anything. So yeah. So
that was a nice little short one.
Yeah.
A little wee one.
A little wee one.
Get it? Because we're playing on the Wii.
Yeah. Jesus. We're gonna end the episode here. Yeah, actually it's pretty good timing. So yeah, we'll end the episode here and we'll move on to our next thing. So thank you guys so much for watching us play Sonic Heroes. It was a nice little trip down memory lane.
Yeah.
But now it's time for another story. So thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next one. #bye everyone.
#bye.